Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm Julia, your co-host. We're so excited to have you with us today.
In today's episode, we're talking about something really powerful. Something that doesn't start with your mouth or your grammar book, but with your mind.
That's right. The title of this episode is Fluent Speaking Starts in Your Mind, and we're going to show you how your thoughts, your mindset, and your attitude are just as important as the words you learn.
So many English learners think fluency is only about speaking quickly or using big words. But the truth is, your mind controls how fluently you speak. If you're nervous, if you doubt yourself, or if you're afraid of mistakes, all of that can stop your words before they even come out.
Exactly. And don't worry, you're not alone. Jason, do you remember the first time you tried speaking a new language?
Oh, yes. I was shaking. I knew the words in my head, but when I opened my mouth, nothing came out. It wasn't about vocabulary. It was about fear and overthinking.
Same here. I remember learning Spanish. I kept thinking, what if I say it wrong? Or, what will they think of me? But when I changed my mindset, I started speaking more naturally and with confidence.
So today, we're going to help you make that shift. We'll talk about self-belief, positive thinking, how to deal with fear, and even some simple mental exercises to help you speak more freely.
If you've ever felt stuck, shy, or scared to speak English, this episode is for you. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's talk about how to train your mind for English fluency.
Let's get started. All right, let's begin with the first big idea your mind set before speaking English.
Yes. So many learners forget this part. They focus on grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, which are all important. But if your mind isn't ready, your mouth won't be ready either.
Exactly. Let's ask our listeners a question. Have you ever known what to say in English, but still didn't say it because you felt nervous or afraid?
That happens to almost everyone. You study hard, you prepare, but when it's time to speak, your heart starts racing, your hands sweat, and your mind says, what if I make a mistake?
And guess what? That voice in your head, the one that says you're not good enough, or you'll sound silly, that's not English. That's fear. And fear lives in the mind.
Yes, that's why the right mindset is so important. You need to believe I can speak English. I don't need to be perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. I'm learning and I'm growing.
Let me give a simple example. Imagine two students. One says, I can't speak English. It's too hard. The other says, I'm still learning, but I will try. Who do you think will speak more fluently?
Of course, the second one, because their mind is open and they're ready to learn from experience. They're not blocking themselves.
Right. I often say this to my students. If you think you can't, you won't. But if you think you can, you might surprise yourself.
Mindset is about confidence, but also about accepting yourself as a learner. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You just need to express yourself.
And confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, one small step at a time, every time you try, even if you make a mistake.
Yes, every little step counts. Every sentence you speak, even if it's simple, is a victory.
So listeners, before we move on, we want you to remember this. Before you speak English with your mouth, speak kindly to yourself in your mind. Say, I can do this. Because fluent speaking really starts with a positive mindset.
Absolutely. And now that we've talked about mindset, let's dive a little deeper into something that happens inside your head every day, self-talk.
Yes, let's talk about the voice inside your head and how it affects the way you speak English. All right, so we just talked about mindset. Now let's go a bit deeper and talk about something very personal. something that happens quietly inside your head.
Yes, your self-talk, or what we call your inner voice. It's the little voice that's always talking to you even when no one else is around.
Exactly. That inner voice can be your best friend or your worst enemy. It can say things like, "Come on, you can do it," or "You're going to mess up again."
And sadly, for many English learners, that voice is negative. It says things like, "You sound terrible. People will laugh at you. Don't even try." But here's the truth, you are not your mistakes. You're a learner, and learners need support, not shame.
Let's try this. Think about how you would speak to a friend who's learning English. Would you say, "Wow, your accent is so bad," or "You're so slow"?
Of course not. You'd say, "Great job, keep going, I'm proud of you." So why don't we talk to ourselves like that?
Exactly. We need to become our own cheerleaders. So here's a simple exercise. Next time you feel nervous before speaking, stop and ask yourself, what am I saying to myself right now? If it's negative, change it. Say instead, I'm doing my best. I'm learning and growing. This is good practice.
I love that, and you can even say it out loud if you want. Sometimes hearing positive words helps your brain feel safe and calm.
Let me share a real story. One of my students used to say to herself, "I always forget words." So, every time she spoke, guess what happened? She forgot words. But when she changed her self-talk to, "It's okay to pause, I'll find the words," she actually spoke more fluently.
That's powerful. What we say in our minds becomes our reality.
Exactly. So, listeners, here's a simple takeaway. Start paying attention to your inner voice. Speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement. Use self-talk that lifts you up, not brings you down.
Yes, your fluency journey begins with your thoughts. If you want to speak confidently, you have to think confidently first.
Up next, we're going to talk about something really fun, a mental tool used by athletes, performers, and yes, even English learners to boost confidence. It's called visualization.
Stay with us, you're going to love this one.
Welcome back. So far, we've talked about mindset and self-talk. Now let's introduce a powerful mental tool that can help you speak English more confidently. It's called visualization.
Yes. Visualization means imagining yourself doing something successfully in your mind before you actually do it. Athletes use this trick all the time before a big game.
Exactly. Before a race, a runner might close their eyes and picture themselves crossing the finish line. They feel the wind. They hear the crowd. They imagine the moment, and it helps them perform better.
So how can English learners use this? Simple. Before a conversation, close your eyes for a few seconds. Imagine yourself speaking clearly. Picture your face relaxed. Hear your voice sounding natural and calm.
Yes, you can even imagine the words coming out smoothly, the other person smiling, and you feeling confident. Your brain actually starts to believe this is possible because it's already seen it happen.
Let's try a quick visualization right now with our listeners.
Great idea. Okay, friends, if you're not driving or walking, gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out.
Now imagine this. You're sitting in a coffee shop. Someone next to you asks, "Where are you from?" You smile, you answer easily in English. Your voice is calm. Your mind is clear. The conversation flows. You feel good. You feel proud. You're doing it.
Take one more deep breath and open your eyes. Feels nice, right?
Visualization is like training your brain, and the more you do it, the more natural it becomes to speak fluently because your mind has already practiced success.
So next time you feel nervous, take a moment, close your eyes, and visualize fluency. You'll be surprised how much it helps.
Coming up next, we'll talk about something just as important: how fear affects your fluency and how to face it with courage.
Stay with us. We're just getting started. Welcome back, everyone. Now, let's talk about something we all want when speaking English confidence.
Oh, yes. But here's the thing: many people think confidence comes after they become fluent. They say, "I'll feel confident when I speak perfectly."
But actually, it's the opposite. You become fluent because you choose to be confident, even if your English isn't perfect yet.
Confidence isn't about knowing every word. It's about saying, "I believe in myself even if I make mistakes." That's what we call the inner game of speaking.
Yes, the inner game is all the stuff that happens inside your mind, your beliefs, your feelings, your courage. It's what gives your words power.
Let me give a quick example. I once met someone who had a small vocabulary, but he spoke with so much confidence. He smiled, made eye contact, and spoke clearly. And you know what? Everyone loved talking to him, even though his grammar wasn't perfect.
That's such a good point. People don't remember your mistakes. They remember your energy.
Exactly. So if you want to build confidence, don't wait for it. Practice acting confident first. Your feelings will follow.
Here's a quick tip. Before speaking English, do a little power move. Stand tall, take a deep breath, smile. Say to yourself, "I've got this."
Yes, change your posture and you change your mindset. Confidence starts with the way you carry yourself inside and out.
So listeners, remember this. Confidence is not something you find. It's something you decide to feel. And the more you choose it, the stronger it grows.
All right. Now that you're feeling more confident, let's move into something we all deal with: the fear of making mistakes and how to move past it with strength.
You don't want to miss this one. Welcome back. Now let's talk about something that doesn't come from a textbook, but affects your fluency more than you think: emotions.
Yes, emotions like nervousness, fear, excitement, or even embarrassment can change the way we speak, and many learners don't realize this.
Have you ever felt your heart beat faster before speaking in English? Or maybe your mind goes blank, even though you know the words.
That's your body reacting to emotion, not language. Your brain moves into what we call survival mode, and it makes it harder to think clearly or speak smoothly.
Exactly. Even confident speakers sometimes feel stuck when they're under stress. So it's important to recognize it's not your English that's the problem. It's the emotion behind the moment.
Right. And here's something helpful: naming your emotion can help you control it. For example, say quietly to yourself, "I feel nervous," or "I feel shy." When you name the feeling, your brain starts to calm down.
Another trick is using your breath. Take a few slow, deep breaths before speaking. It helps relax your body and mind, so your words can flow better.
And don't forget, emotions aren't always negative. You can also feel joy, curiosity, or connection when speaking English. These emotions can actually boost fluency.
That's true. When you're having fun, you forget about fear. You focus on communication, not perfection.
So here's our advice. Notice your emotions before speaking. Accept them, don't fight them. Breathe, smile, stay calm. Let positive feelings guide your words.
Beautifully said, Julia. Emotions are part of being human and part of being a great speaker, too.
Coming up next, we'll talk about a powerful belief that can either hold you back or move you forward your identity as an English speaker.
Stick around. This next part might change the way you see yourself. All right, friends, welcome back. Now, this part is really exciting, and honestly, it's a big turning point for many learners. We're talking about thinking in English.
Yes, this is a big shift. Most beginners think in their native language first, and then translate into English. But that takes time, and it slows everything down.
Exactly. You might know the word, but if you're always translating, your brain has to work twice as hard. That's why we encourage learners to start thinking directly in English.
Now, that sounds difficult at first, but don't worry. You don't have to think in full sentences right away. Start with simple words and phrases.
For example, if you see an apple, just think apple, not the word in your native language. Or if you're getting ready for your day, think I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm putting on my shoes.
Yes, it's like giving your brain a little English workout throughout the day. No pressure, no one's listening. Just you and your thoughts in English.
And here's a great trick. Talk to yourself in English, silently or even out loud. For example, I'm tired today. I need to buy milk. This music is nice.
The more you do this, the more your brain starts to get used to English. Soon, your words will come faster and more naturally when you speak to others.
It's all about building that mental connection. You're training your brain to treat English like your own language.
Exactly. So don't worry if you don't understand everything. Just practice small thoughts every day. Over time, it adds up and your fluency improves from the inside out.
So listeners, remember, start small. Use daily situations. Think in words or phrases. Make English a natural part of your inner world.
Coming up next, we'll dive into the impact of your identity and beliefs. If you've ever said, "I'm not good at English," this next part is for you.
Let's talk about who you believe you are and how that shapes the way you speak. Welcome back. Now, let's talk about something that holds many English learners back: perfectionism and the fear of making mistakes.
Yes, perfectionism can be a real trap. Many learners think they must speak perfectly, with no errors at all, or else they feel embarrassed or ashamed.
But here's the truth. Mistakes are not failures. They are a natural part of learning any language. And without mistakes, you can't improve.
I love that. Think about when you were a baby learning to walk. Did you stop because you fell? No way! You got up, tried again, and kept going.
Exactly. Speaking English is the same. Mistakes mean you're trying, you're growing. They're signs of progress, not something to fear.
Another thing, perfectionism can make you freeze. You might avoid speaking because you're scared to say the wrong thing, but the only way to get better is by speaking often, even if it's not perfect.
Right. So here's a little challenge for our listeners. Next time you speak English, give yourself permission to make mistakes. Say to yourself, "It's okay. I'm learning."
And celebrate every small step. Every sentence you say is a victory. Every conversation you try is progress.
Remember, fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about being brave, consistent, and kind to yourself.
So if you feel stuck in perfectionism, take a deep breath, smile, and say, "I'm human. I'm learning. I'm improving every day."
Beautiful words. And that mindset will open the door to greater confidence and freedom in speaking English.
Coming up next, we'll talk about practical daily habits that build fluency from the inside out. Don't miss it.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, let's talk about something really important for fluent speaking: mindfulness and presence.
Yes, mindfulness means being fully aware of the moment, paying attention to what you're saying, how you feel, and what the other person is saying.
When you're present, you're not distracted by worries or mistakes. You're focused on the conversation itself.
Exactly. Sometimes learners get stuck thinking, "Did I say that right?" Or, "What will they think of me?" That takes away your energy and slows you down.
But if you practice mindfulness, you can catch those thoughts and gently bring your focus back to speaking to your words and your listener.
Here's a simple tip. Before you start speaking, take a slow breath and notice your body. Feel your feet on the ground, your voice in your throat. That helps you stay calm and clear.
Being present lets your natural speaking ability shine. It helps you listen better, respond faster, and enjoy the conversation.
So next time you speak English, try to be mindful fully here in the moment. You might be surprised how much easier it gets.
Up next, we'll share some final thoughts and encouragement to help you keep growing your English fluency every day. Welcome back. As we near the end of today's episode, let's talk about something every English learner needs: mental resilience.
That's right. Mental resilience means being able to bounce back after challenges like when you struggle to find the right word or feel nervous in a conversation.
Speaking a new language isn't always easy. There will be moments of frustration, confusion, or even embarrassment. But mental resilience helps you keep going, no matter what.
One way to build resilience is by changing how you think about challenges. Instead of seeing mistakes as failures, see them as opportunities to learn and grow.
Exactly. Also, remind yourself why you started learning English in the first place. Keep your goals and dreams close. They will motivate you through tough times.
And don't forget, every time you try to speak, you get stronger. Your brain is training, your skills are improving, and your confidence is growing.
So when you face speaking challenges, take a deep breath and say, "I am capable. I will keep practicing. I will improve."
That positive mindset builds mental strength, and fluent speaking becomes a journey, not a struggle.
Great words, Julia. And with that, we're almost at the finish line. Up next, some final encouragement for all our listeners. We've covered a lot today, friends. Before we finish, let's quickly recap some key tips to help you speak English fluently starting in your mind.
Absolutely. First, remember that your mindset matters more than your grammar. Believe in yourself and choose confidence every time you speak.
Next, practice thinking in English throughout your day. Even simple words or phrases help your brain switch gears.
Don't be afraid of mistakes. They're proof you're learning and growing. Give yourself permission to be imperfect.
Also, manage your emotions by being mindful and present when speaking. Deep breaths and focus will help you stay calm.
And finally, build mental resilience. Keep going, even when it feels hard, because every effort takes you closer to fluency.
That's a powerful mindset for success. We hope these tips inspire you to keep practicing and growing.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe and share it with friends who want to improve their English.
See you next time on the English Learning Podcast, where your fluent English journey starts inside your mind. That's all for today's episode, friends. We hope you found these ideas helpful for building fluency from the inside out.
Remember, speaking English confidently really does start in your mind. Keep practicing, stay positive, and be patient with yourself.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We love hearing from you.
And share this podcast with anyone who wants to improve their English. Together, we grow stronger.
Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, keep speaking and keep shining.